Under basic folder, we will open the CMD. As a CMD, we can add here code space dot. We can go here and we can create next file. Function1.js. 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 How three way we can write the function, that will see first, and after understanding that we will see how we can write the function with parameter, without parameter, then how we can write the function with the dynamic parameter, then something else. So first method, every function should start with the function keyword. First method, every function should start with the function keyword. After that, there must be a function name. There must be a function name. Maybe a function name. So function name, suppose I give as a 1. Come inside. Function name as a 1. Now inside the function 1, we have to write some statement. Inside the function 1, we have to write some statement. For example, console.log, the one is working. The one is working. Now write the second way, second method, how we can write the function in some other way. That is called this one, called anonymous method. Function anonymous method, function without name. Anonymous function, anonymous method, function without name. We can write a function 2 equal to function, and then remaining as usual, console.log, the 2 is working. The 2 is working. function 2 is working. Now come down, write one more, the third one, that is called fat arrow method. The variable function 3 equal to function 3 equal to function keyword will not come now in between. There will be directly fat arrow. This is called function fat arrow method. Console dot log the 3 is the 3 is working. The 3 is working. Now come down below how to call the function. We have to write below function calling the one we called here, the two we can call here, two we call here, the function 3 we call here. The way of same. The way of writing is different. Second one is called fat. Second one is called an anonymous method. Third one is called the fat arrow method. And for first one there is no any unique name. Now the way of writing remains same. The way of calling also remains same. This all becomes a static function. It is not going to give you any different output on every call. This is just the way of writing how we can write it. One more you can write here. Var 4 equal to console.log the 4 is working. This is called fat arrow inline function. Fat arrow inline function. In that you don't need any kind of flower bracket. Without flower bracket directly we can call it. Now let us call it. See how it is going to work. Yeah. Function 4 also we need to call here. Function 4 now let us come to the agency and the right here called node space function name as a function 1 fun ction 1 function 1 enter node 1 fun ction function 1 I written the spelling wrong fu node space fun function, right? If all three are working, all four are working. So we are going to use all four method in that anonymous method. This method you are not going to use much limited order. This all will be much useful. The last two plus first one. Next, after that, we'll create the next file. There we'll see how we can set the value and how we can receive the value. Okay. Function with parameter. Function with the parameter. Parameterized function. This is a non-parameterized function. What will be the benefit if you call a function with parameter? Let's create the next example. Function 2.js. Create next file function 2.js. In function 2 file, suppose if you write here any method, last method you can follow better. E variable function 1 equal to fat arrow method. In the fat arrow, now here you create a variable var variable a equal to 100 assume, and another variable b equal to 200. All these two values are there, and this value, we whenever we call a function, the function should give us something. Now variable c e plus b. So whenever you call the function one, console.log, the addition is c. The addition is c, and here e comma b, just for the user confirmation we can pass here e comma b, the addition is c. E comma b, the addition is c. Now whenever we call this function one, every time it will give the same value as a 300 300 300. Every time it is going to give as a 300 only. What we wanted, We want to write a function in such a way where whenever you want to call it, you have to pass a value, and based on your value, it will give the output. Okay, dynamic function. This what you wrote is becoming a static. Every time it will give the same output. It is not going to change the output according to user calling. Whenever the user call, it is not going to change the value. Every time it will give the same value again and again. So now we'll come here and we will call this function call function one, and let me call again function 2 time we call, both the time you will see same output. Right, both the time you will see the same output. Let me go here and run like node space function2.js file fun function 2. Say I called 2 times, every time it's give the value. The addition is 300, addition is 300. Because the function have the fixed value, whenever you call it, it will give the same output. It will not give you the different output. Okay. Now let us go inside.
And
Mhm.
1 minute.
Hello.
What is yes? Hello.
Yes, I can hear. Go ahead.
Yes. What is this? These function calling function with parameters, right?
This is without parameter.
Without.
Without parameter.
Okay. So what is these function call? Function with.
Function without parameter.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
We are going to write function with parameter. Function with parameter will be something else. Now write here a variable function2 equal to, inside you pass now a comma b comma c. So abc becoming a parameter here. In that parameter you have to send the argument. Whenever we call it, we have to send the value. Now let's go inside and write again similar variable abcd, 3 values. Here we can keep as a d, a plus b plus c, a plus b plus c. Now the addition of a plus b plus comma c is d. Addition of a plus b plus c is d. This happens now when we call this function2. Every time we have to pass the 3 argument. First value for the a, second value for b, and third value for the c. A, b, and then c. Now come there, call the function 2. Function 2, in that you need how many values? 3 values as an argument. 100 will go to the A, 200 will go to the B, 300 will go to the C. Now come down, pass again function 2, call the same as a 20, 10, 30. 20, 10, and 30. So now
Hey, hi. We have not assigned the value for C, right?
hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Archana here.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, for C we have not assigned the value, right?
We have not
Only
assigned.
we have A, B, and D.
This is called function with required parameter. Function with required parameter. I'll show you the problem what will happen. Now suppose
Okay.
we are calling with the 3 values, so it will work, there will not be any problem. When we call the function with 3 values, because how many parameter are here? 3 are there. We are passing 3 value, it will work, it will have no any problem at all. But when the problem will come, let's see. Problem will come, let's run this file. Function 2 is working well. It's saying one place 300, 300. Next is 600. Another place is 330. Now the case number 2. Case number 1, you have passed the equal value in all parameters. It's okay. It's working well. No problem at all. Case number 2, what we have? Case number 2 says like, in case user will pass only one value, then what will happen? In case the user pass only one value, if user pass two value, what will happen? Like, will it work or not? What will be the condition over there? So let's go here. When I call with the 3 value function 2, it was working well. When we call with the 2 value, like suppose 10 and 20. Now when we call with one value, what will happen? When we call with the no value, what will happen? Okay, now let us run. This is called function 2 with the 2 parameter, 2 only with 1 parameter, and third one with a no parameter. We are not passing any kind of argument in that. Parameter is already there 3, argument is 0. No, see. Last 2 times what it says, last 3 times it says is nan, is nan, is nan. N. Okay. Not a number, not a number, not a number. Because the function what you have written, function 2, it is based on parameter only, but this becomes a required parameter. Whenever we have to call the function, we must have to pass 3 value. If you are not passing 3 value, we have to write inside the if else condition. If else condition we have to write, yes, when I call a function, check the parameter. If it has a value, then do particular one. If value is not there, then do particular one. Okay. So value we have called the function, since we have not passed anything, so we become as a undefined. Become as a undefined. And when you are doing the addition of undefined value, okay. Now let me write another function. There, how we can manage it? We can manage like this. If variable on var function 3 equal to same, we can write here same, abc remains same, and we can give some default value. For example, null. Here also as a null. Here also as a null. Now this becomes a optional parameter. If you are passing the value, then also well. If you will not pass the value, then also well. You don't have to write any if-else condition, because by default the variable got some value as a null. You can pass a string also. If you pass a string, then also it will hold. If you pass the number, then also it will hold. If you pass a kind of true false, then also it will hold. Okay. Now let me go here. The addition of ABC as a D, ABC. Okay, here A and B. Okay, so hold on. In the function 3, we have written here this is wrong. In function 2, there should not be any value of A and B. All the value will come from the while function calling. That was a wrong line. You can delete that. Written that there should not be any default value. A and B is coming complete from the user, where the value of A will be passed by the function from here ABC. Here only we are doing the addition work. It was a copy paste. Now in the function 3, what changes will happen? In function 3, the variable remains same. The variable remains same. Variable remains same ABC only. But instead of passing as a complete empty or making as an undefined variable, be made as a defined. So variable is defined now, and their default value is as a null. All the variable ABC, all three are holding null. So in this case, now also it will throw the NaN only. Let me show you the function 3. Function 2, what was the behavior? CLS. Functions 2, still it will come like this only. Undefined, 3 places. When we pass all three value, it has given the output. When we pass any of the parameter is missing, while calling the function, you can see here it says as undefined. Reason is what? Under the function 2, for A and B and C, you have not given any fixed value. You have not given any default value. If any default value will be there, then it will not give as a undefined, or it will not give as a NaN. In function 3, what we did, instead of leaving the variable as empty completely, we assign with a null value, saying like the variable is now applicable to hold a default value. In case if user will not pass anything, it will not say NaN. It will not say undefined. It will not show as a null. It will be by default as a null, and the variable is null means it is able to capture all type of value. Now coming down, if I call the function 3 in the same way, how we are calling the function 2. If I call the function 3 here, function 3 once, 2, 3, 4 items. Okay. Let me give here all different value. 10, 20, and maybe 100. Next one, 30. Next is 10, 20 only. Next is 10. Last is empty. So in the case of function 3, this becomes a optional parameter. Which one? Function 3 become a parameterized function only, but it becomes a optional. It is not necessary that while calling the function we have to pass the value. Inside we can write the if else condition. If A is null, B is null, C is null, then it will return the default value. If it is not null, that meaning it has some value, then it will give the output based on input. So we can write a condition also inside. If input is null, then return the default value instead of giving as a NaN. If input is not null, then return the any default value or any value. We'll go here and at this place we can check again. Let me see ls. Now we need to write here line also. Console log function 2 /n. In the beginning also we keep /n. This will be again call of function 3. Okay, so it will be clear now. The function 1 will be till here, function 2 from here to here, function 3 from here to here. /n we have added with single line comment. Let's come here. Yes. Now okay, so function 1 is printing all as a static value. You can see here 300, 300. Each time whenever I have called, I call the function 1 2 times. Every time it's give the addition of 100 and 200. When I go to the function 2, what it says, function 2 says first time, okay, the addition is 600 because we have passed 100, 200 and 300. Second says the addition is 60 because we are passing 10, 20, 30. Third is says undefined. The 10 and 20 we have passed and third parameter is missing. This is it's undefined because we have not given any default value here. And in the fourth case, that is complete simply undefined, 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 and addition is NaN. For this, we have to write the condition. If condition, the parameter is coming or not. If coming, then only do something, else don't do something. In the case of 3, function 3, what happen is, in the case of function 3, you can see here, the first time is giving 130, second is giving 60, the third is giving 30. 10, 20 addition is coming since the third one is as a null. C. The value of A you can see 10, the value of b we have, it will go in the sequence. 10 and 20 will go, so it will get passed for the a and b. C will be missed out because third parameter is not there. So directly it will go to the a and b, c will be missed out. Next, after that, so it's give here the addition is 30, the e and b is exist, whereas c is null. It will take the default value now. The third case you can see, the fourth case where we have written 3, function 3, and we are passing only 10. So it says 10 is exist, the remaining two are null and null, and finally addition is how much? 10. Null and null will come as a 0, 0 plus 10, 10 will be 10 only. The last one, all are empty. We have not passed any value. So A, B, and C will be as a null, null, null. So finally, you will see the value of null, null, null addition is 0 itself. So this way also we can write the function. The function while writing, we can give how many parameter is required. For all, we can give some initial value, and then we can write the code. So at last, instead, if user is not passed anything, instead of coming as a empty or blank or something else, it will give as a default value. A function can be written for multi-purpose based on parameter, and we can check the condition inside. If the condition satisfy, then particular value, not satisfy, then particular value. So out of three plus, which one is the best method? Then if you are creating the dynamic function based on input, it will give the output. Then third one is the best method. Okay, second one is also okay, but every time whenever you call the function, you must have to pass the value. In case if the value is missed, it will not give you anything. First one is the first case we have written full static. Every time it will give the same output. Maybe inside that we can write some dynamic code. That is the next matter. But the parameter what you are sending and receiving, that's a null here. This is there is no parameter. We have also one another method where we can find arguments dot length. In a function, how many inputs are coming, their length we can find, and we can run a loop and we can get it ready. Let me guide you how to do that. We can write a fourth function, or maybe in the same function, we can write and we can see how to find dynamic argument, how many are coming. No need to receive anything in the initial value. Directly we can write arguments dot length. Okay, so better create the next file, function3.js. Function3.js. 3.js. Now write a function. Write a function. Give any name. Function 1 is also fine. Inside that, console.log the total arguments are arguments dot length. Now let me call the function 1. 1020 function 1 only 10 function 1 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 and again function 1 something inside. Hopefully if everything is well it should work. Now let me go here. Node space function 3. You can see here it is printing the length. In the first case, total argument is 2, second case is 1, third case is 4, and the fourth case is how many? 0. Arguments dot length. Next, we can write the for loop, and using for loop, we can find out what are the inputs are given by user. Arguments dot length. Using that, we can find the total number of arguments passed by user. Yeah, ready. Now come inside. Again, let us print what are the values we are passing as the input. So we can use a for loop here. For var I equal to 0, I less than arguments dot length I plus plus. Okay, next after this, after this, console.log the I, comma, arguments of I. It should give all the position value 0, 1, 2, 3. If not work, then we have to use the base function. Okay, so it is printing all the values successfully. 10 and 20 is the first. Second time total argument is 1. Third time total arguments are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10, 20. The total arguments are 0 when we call in the last. Plus slash n you can apply here. Slash n. Check now. So slash n I should not add here. Slash n we should add after the every function call. When the loop will get finished, at last console.log /n is required to give a sufficient space. Open ready. Come down. So /n I wrote in the wrong direction. Slash was the wrong slash. /n will be okay. See, right? So you are able to find the dynamic number of input is coming to the JavaScript. Okay, so hope you understand the different type of function with parameter, without parameter, optional, required, as well as dynamically how to find out the length of input, how many sent by user while calling a function. Next, after this, we will be entering under the next chapter, that is called data binding. Data binding, like the to combine the HTML with the JavaScript. To combine the HTML with the JavaScript, we have to see the events. We have to see some type of pop-up windows and all. And after that, we will start again combining little complex way HTML with the JavaScript, array manipulation, multi-level of array handling data, object handling the data. Okay. In JavaScript modern programming, we have something different that we will see. So those all will come step by step. Okay. So next tomorrow, the people who are attending the UI development for them bootstrap class we have tomorrow. So we require to log in. Okay. Tomorrow bootstrap we will not log in very early 7 o'clock. We will log in little late. Little late in the sense what time? Somewhere 8 o'clock we can log in. 8 o'clock to 9:30 or 10 o'clock as per the availability. 8 o'clock will be fine, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, sir.
8 o'clock because
Yes, sir.
the more weekend batches I have for them also bootstrap I will start tomorrow. So I have informed them to come at 8 o'clock, 8 to 10 nearly. All people will sit together. So for me it will reduce little extra burden. Same thing I have to teach again and again. So they will also combine together and it will be okay. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow we will be sitting for the bootstrap, and again on Monday we'll come back for JavaScript. So even I think some maybe you can say Archana, Haris. If you people want to revise Java bootstrap, no problem. You can join tomorrow. Varsa, one name is called Varsa. Yeah, Varsa. So if people want to revise bootstrap or if you have no idea on bootstrap, no problem. You can join tomorrow, same time 8 o'clock, not same time 8 o'clock. 8 to 9:30 or 10 o'clock. We can see the bootstrap is one library of CSS. It's interesting library. It's give little maybe on project level you have a requirement you can use. If you have no requirement on project level, if you are using your own CSS also, you can get lot of idea from bootstrap. It's a very advanced CSS in that high level experience people have written the code. They have made many things like lot of classes are there. It's all are about existing classes. It's a ready-made CSS that we need to understand how to use, how to integrate with the project. If any requirement comes, you can use it. Many project will be based on HTML, CSS only. Many project will be based on HTML, CSS, Bootstrap also. In case if you are not using Bootstrap and if you want some similar functionality that is exists in Bootstrap, you can copy the particular CSS code. People do like that. In case unable to write the CSS code that look some functionality from CSS, we can go to that library, we can copy that code and we can use it. You can say it's my code, no problem at all. So we'll see that. Today we'll leave here only. I will be reducing today 15 minutes from everyone. In daytime, I have 1 hour some other work. So I will be cutting 15 minutes from all the batches today. Evening, I'll get 1 hour time. Okay, so tomorrow we'll log in 8 o'clock and we'll continue again. The videos, all videos are there only. I have given the URL no 7am at the 7amjs@gmail.com. So you can follow from there.
It's from basic, right? It's from starting of the installation, right?
All four
It
videos
has
from first class.
even includes the. Okay. Okay.
So all are from the first class completely. I'll show you here. Let me open blog slash crmis. So YouTube now has given us the permission to add the again users. So not today, tomorrow I will take your email ID and I will add in the YouTube access permission. Then at the same time, I will guide you also how to access. Then no need to log in here. Directly you can have a look into the YouTube also. Same video will come here as well. 7amjs@gmail.com. The problem is what if I upload the video and access here, it will be as a public video. Someone can download also. But if you give the access from YouTube from there, it will be private video. Other person cannot see. It's getting login. So here JavaScript class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till yesterday all are uploaded here. This is the fifth one, yesterday video. You can click on one, you can see from there. One is there, two is there, class 2. Class 3 also we have here.
Oh, okay.
We have and class 5 we have till yesterday. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Fine.
Okay then. We'll log out and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. One more thing, like, do